Cody Rhodes finally finished the story by ending Roman Reigns' historic championship title reign. He's been a champion for like 5 minutes now. His promos are all just the same. Didn't he finish talking yet? Cody title reign already seems boring for me. Okay, give the belt back to Roman now. Cody cringe button. This guy is obsessed with The Rock. That's all he talks about. Dude is boring. He's literally been a champion for like 2 weeks now. How can you look at this championship title reign so far and be like, Cody already sucks? Okay, maybe that was a little uncalled for, but you guys know I have a guilty pleasure of talking about dumb shit wrestling fans say. I don't care whether you like Cody or not. It's objectively stupid to judge this championship title reign. It's been a couple of weeks. Cody didn't do shit since he became a champion. Damian didn't do shit since he became a champion. Awesome Truth didn't do shit since they became champions. Waller and Theory didn't do anything. Bailey didn't do anything. The only exception is Sami Zayn, but that's because he was already in a rivalry, and that's what people seem to forget. How can you actually do anything that special already when WWE made a dumb decision to have a draft this late? We're going to have a number 1 contenders match for the WWE Championship, LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Most likely AJ is winning this match. And that's what people don't seem to understand. I get it, I've watched the promos, they were kinda ass. He's just still celebrating that he became a champion, which is kinda understandable, but he's not saying anything new. And I get that. Like I've said, the promos aren't that great, but you need to understand, he's not in a rivalry. Roman is out. Now it's a fresh start. We're building this shit. What he is doing though is building a storyline with The Rock. That was my biggest worry about Cody becoming a WWE champion. Not what is happening. I know WWE are about to cook. It's obvious. My biggest worry was the fans. It's really tough in professional wrestling to have a great babyface champion because people support them 100%, but once they become champions, once they finish the story, people turn on them. Seems like immediately. I saw this thread of comments and I was actually kinda shocked. Now, of course, welcome back to the channel. Subscribe if you already didn't. Cody finished the story. I didn't. 500,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, and like this video if you enjoyed. One of the most common things I'm seeing is people comparing it to Roman's title reign, which lasted for around 4 years, and Cody's lasted for around 4 minutes. Doesn't seem fair. In general, it's not even a fair comparison because you're not gonna get that championship title reign anytime soon. In my opinion, it's even hard to give Cody constructive criticism right now because, like I've said, we haven't even seen anything yet. We haven't seen a single title defense, but it doesn't stop the IWC. They'll find ways to shit on somebody they don't like. One of the biggest things I'm seeing, Cody doesn't even know how to hold a championship. What the fuck? Like, now you're just trying to hate on the dude. As a matter of fact, I like the way he's holding that championship, you know? He's trying to make it look even more prestigious. He's holding the championship the way people used to hold it back in the day. His promos are all just the same. Didn't he finish talking yet? Here you go, people. Stop doing promos, wrestlers. Stop doing promos. Are people already done with Cody Rhodes? Now, here's the thing. I do realize that it's just the internet trolls. Every time you're going to see Cody on television, none of this is going to matter. He's going to get cheered. People are going to chant, you deserve it. People are going to support Cody no matter what. This is just a bunch of internet trolls, but it's a big part of wrestling community, and that's the kind of stuff you're going to see the most, so I feel like it's interesting. Cody title reign already seems boring for me. Like, how? Seriously, how? Even if you're like, Roman was a better champion. Of course. But, and I'm not saying this is a great point, I'm just trying to talk the way they talk, right? For the past 2 weeks, maybe you saw a boring Cody promo. If your whole narrative is that Roman was not like that, sometimes Roman wasn't on television for months. This guy's obsessed with The Rock. That's all he talks about. Dude is boring. And y'all thought I'm the one who's nitpicking. And of course, everybody's talking about how Roman Reigns shouldn't have lost the championship. I disagree with that so much. People, babyface Roman Reigns is going to be absolutely generational. Roman Reigns as a champion, I don't even want to say got stale, but there was nothing else to tell. Instead of the same predictable Roman is defending a championship in Saudi or at SummerSlam, wins LOL, which wasn't even that bad, I'm just saying. Now we're going to get some stories. Now we're going to get something unpredictable. Now anything can happen with a babyface Roman Reigns once he eventually returns. And it's not even one of these cases where I hope I'm not wrong. Hopefully Cody's a good champion. I'm not even worried about being wrong. Maybe he's going to be a terrible champion. I'm just saying it's way too early to tell. It's objectively stupid to already shit on the dude. Now, will the fans turn on Cody in a few months? That's entirely possible. Look at what happened with Seth Rollins. Even I was critical of that shit, but that's because we've seen him as a champion, Universal Champion, I believe, for a few months, and it kinda sucked because of the creative. But you gotta give that shit some time. Again, it does seem like a big portion of fans are hating on Cody, but once you'll watch Raw, SmackDown, you'll hear a completely different reaction. But I just love talking about dumb shit wrestling fans say on the internet. For example, Sheamus came back. That's something I also want to talk about. Dude's career almost ended, and people are talking shit about his physique. Oh my god, Sheamus is so out of shape. Like, that's so fucking weird, man. Yeah, Sheamus is not as ripped as he was like a year or two ago. Does that look like an out of shape wrestler? I don't think so. Now, Cody versus AJ Styles is not gonna be some story-driven shit, but people need to look at the situation long-term. There's so much potential with over superstars like Drew McIntyre. That's a match I would love to see, even though I feel like Drew should probably focus on the World Championship now. Cody versus Gunther is literally a WrestleMania main event. I can't wait for this rivalry. We've seen them facing off in the Royal Rumble, and I think there's so much potential. Perhaps Gunther is the one who should dethrone Cody. Cody Rhodes versus LA Knight would be great and would probably divide the fans in a more positive way. Sheamus just came back. Now, I know the match would be very predictable, but Sheamus can go. Even some dream matches like Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, The Rock versus Cody is happening soon. Who could forget Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, which is another WrestleMania main event potential, and imagine the story these two could tell. Another match is Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. People, just to name a few. While we could still go back and do Roman versus Cody again, I don't even think it's necessary. Anyway, the point of this video is me trying to tell you, give it time. Don't be one of the internet trolls. Try to think a little bit more rationally. What WWE told us in the past 2 years is that we gotta give it time. We gotta give it time. If it sucks, it sucks. But now it's way too early to tell. And like I've said before, it's just because the draft is coming up, you can have new rivalries. Backlash is coming up, which is going to feature rivalries or matches before the draft. This period after WrestleMania in professional wrestling is just a hangover after WrestleMania. That's all it is. The past few shows of Raw and SmackDown we got, I believe, were actually pretty good if you compare it to anything else we got 4 or 5 years ago. Give it some fucking time. Anyway, people, thank you for watching this video. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe if you already didn't. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Cody as a champion. That's gonna be fun. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.